domestic violence. It comes under 498A. Then it comes under 125. And probably, my lords, now even 376, my lords, marital rape.
Package. Oh.
They have to pay damages and compensation of 2 crores. It's a case of cruelty. How I have committed cruelty to the wife illa. Ultimately, my cruelty should be either physical or mental cruelty to my wife. That does not seem to be the complaint. The complaint seems to be she happened to get that old phone of mine in which all this was there, and therefore it is a case of 498A because she is mentally disturbed. This for causing serious mental harassment, mental and physical torture, harassment to my children, misappropriation of my investment, funds and financial resources, not giving me documents, asking for action to be taken. This is
No, the husband has provided all this to the wife. All right.
Please, my lord. Then 2 high-end cards.
1 minute. Pause here for a minute. Why extortion case then?
I will
When you have yourself given everything, where is the question of extortion?
My lords, there are 2 matters. One petition filed by the wife. I'm appearing for the wife for quashing an FIR registered against me for extortion and cheating. And
Against the wife for extortion and
yes,
cheating.
extortion and cheating. And I would like to make out how absolutely none of those offenses are made out. And therefore, and I have filed an FIR under 498A, which has been registered. He has filed a petition to quash that.
Could I just take my lords through the sequence? My lords, 2007 marriage, 2 children from the wedlock, my lords. 28/4/2016, this is where the problem begins. If that is noticed, my lords, 28/4/2016, the petitioner, he receives a message from one lady, my lords, who complains that her husband is having an illicit relationship with my wife. This is a message that he gets.
Sorry? Her husband is having illicit relationship with your wife.
My wife. That's the message that comes, and that is part of it, my lords. I will just point it out. So, my lords, I would question my wife about it. And my lords, obviously, my lords, it led to a lot of disharmony between the husband and wife. And then, my lords, post that, this was in 2016, though they were under the same roof, my lords, they were virtually not living together as husband and wife. Then, my lords, 2020, she leaves the house, 10/9/2020, shifts to Bangalore, my lords, and she stays in a flat which I had provided for her in Bangalore, a 4-bedroom flat, my lords. Then, my lords, the legal notice comes, which is Annexure C, the first of the legal notice in 2020, 5/10/2020, where, my lords, she would ask for termination under mutual consent. This is the notice that we received. And thereafter, my lords, after issuance of this, there were a lot of talks within the family members as to how to settle this. There were 2 children also, my lords, taking that into consideration. Now, my lords may notice page 2, my lords. Through another counsel, the second legal notice we get, my lords. 15/3/2022, through another counsel, the second legal notice calling for a settlement, failing which threatening to initiate criminal proceedings. This is what the legal notice says. Then, my lords, they would also send a rejoinder after that saying the parties have started the mediation proceedings to sort out the issues pending between them. Then, mutual meetings, my lords, settlement agreement was drafted by the petitioner's counsel. Same was shared by our email. All those are there, my lords. And the terms of settlement which was passed on between the parties is, my lords.
No, before we proceed further, it's not settleable now?
No, my lords.
All
In
right.
fact,
Yes.
it's not.
We'll just
And I
continue,
will
my
point
lords.
out.
No, if it's not, then we'll hear it. Yes.
My lords, post that, my lords, when the settlement didn't come through, kindly notice, my lords, point 1 to 5 at page 2. What is it that is being paid, my lords? Petitioner continues to pay 2 lakhs towards monthly maintenance of respondent number 2 and the children from the date of separation till date. This is one thing that has been happening, my lords, from 2020. Then, my lords, he's provided a 4-bedroom flat for respondent number 2 and kids to reside. Flat belongs to the petitioner only, my lords. It's not a transfer of flat to them. Then, my lords, school expenses of 24 lakhs is being paid by the husband. Then, my lords, he's provided a credit card to the respondent number 2 for a credit limit of 10 lakhs a month. The said credit card was in use till the date of separation, that is from the date of separation from 2020, it comes to be blocked in April 2024 after the other proceedings, as I will point out, my lords.
No, the husband has provided all this to the wife.
Yes.
All right.
Please, my lords.
Wha-
Then
wha-
two
wha-
high-end cards.
1 minute. Pause here for a minute. Why extortion case then?
I will
When
point
you have
out.
yourself given everything, where is the question of extortion?
Kindly notice the sequence after that, my lords. After this is all, my lords, in 2020 coming up till 2024. My lords, so far as my case of cheating is concerned, my lords, which has also been stayed. So both the matters are under stay before this honorable court. I would say, my lords, how the money has been taken by her father, my lords. That I'll point out in the complaint. Anyway, the fact remains, I gave a complaint, she has given a complaint, both of which are
No,
stayed.
if it is complaint versus complaint, we will see.
Yes, my lords.
But if you have charged the wife with extortion after giving
Yes,
flat, money,
I
credit
understand.
card,
I
high-end
understand.
cars,
I
how
understand.
can that become
Kind-
extortion?
My lords, kindly notice the sequence after that, my lords, because when it comes to my case, my lords, probably I will be following back on this Achin Gupta's case.
That's all
On
right.
the sequence, my lords.
See,
Please
you-
notice the sequence.
498A,
And
you tell me, we will answer. But if you are charging the wife of extortion
probably,
of
my lords,
money,
that's why on the previous occasion also, my lords, subject to correction, I had pointed out this would be a case where both the criminal proceedings are liable to be quashed, for which my learned friend did not agree, my lord. She said it
give it to me.
it has to be quashed in so far as one FIR.
Why would she agree?
So, my lords, please,
Exactly.
Leave it to me, we will do it. What is to
my
me?
lords, please notice the sequence after that. 7/10/2023,
Yes.
my lords, she would file an application under section 10, my lords, seeking judicial separation.
All right.
Then, my lords, post that, say 8/10/2023, this is a complaint, my lords, which is subject matter now. Please notice, my lords, files a complaint stating that 15th June 2020, now her whole case is this, my lords. 2023, the FIR is registered. She says 2020, I had an old phone. I had given my old phone to the children.
Gold phone?
Old phone.
Old
Old phone. My old phone had been given to the children, which she was able to access. In that, she was able to see several WhatsApp messages and various messages which are virtually derogatory. Now that
Against whom?
my lords, my conversation with my friends, where they say that we have spoken about women with the very loose character. That seems to be the.
Fact.
I will just show
1
it.
minute. I'll get
My lord,
back.
I will complete the whole thing, my lords. I will point out.
Yes,
So
yes.
that seems to be the main essence of this complaint, which is given to say it's a case of cruelty. How I have committed cruelty to the wife illa. Ultimately, my cruelty should be either physical or mental cruelty to my wife. That does not seem to be the complaint. The complaint seems to be she happened to get that old phone of mine in which all this was there, and therefore it is a case of 498A because she is mentally disturbed. This appears to be the case, my lords. Now, kindly notice after this what happens, my lords. After having done this, then respondent number 2, my lords, she would file maintenance under 125 CRPC. So this is the next proceeding initiated, third proceeding, my lords. Thereafter, my lords, she would file under the Domestic Violence Act. That happens on 11/10/2023, the Domestic Violence Act. And there, my lords, what is granted as interim maintenance is a sum of 2 lakhs, which in fact I had been giving. So after this order is when, my lords, I blocked my credit card, which I had given to her, my lords, for an access to up to 10 lakhs. I blocked that, my lords, after an order came from the court.
Blocking order came.
I'm sorry, my lords.
Order to block. Yes.
My lords, anyway, I have been taking care of the education of the children.
Then what?
I have provided a flat to her in Bangalore. And my lords, then a suit is filed, my lords. She files a suit against me saying I should not be making any derogatory statements against her or nothing in the media. She filed a suit. And there's an order in that suit which is also pending.
Why you had begun to do that, is it?
Don't know, my lords. I really don't know. Once I start my, probably, my lords, in cases of this nature, as soon as we go to the lawyer, it'll be 3-4 cases, one after the other, which is filed. Domestic violence, it comes under 498A, then it comes under 125. And probably, my lords, now even 376, my lords, marital
Yeah,
rape.
Package. Oh.
Hage agudu. That's why, my lords, the sequence is important. See from 2020 what all happened. And in that backdrop, whether the ingredients are constituted in this complaint. My lords, thereafter, there are hardly any more events, my lords. I sought for custody of my child under the Guardians and Wards Act, which is pending, my lords. the application filed by me. I filed in MC for restitution of conjugal rights. Then the other one which I did was a case of 420, my lords, in which, my lords, I say that her father-in-law was involved in siphoning off some funds of mine. This is how the cases are. Now, please notice the present complaint, which is subject matter of the challenge, my lords.
498, eh?
How? My lords would get that at page 23, annexure B, my lords. 8/10/2023.
In which petition, sir?
My lords, it's in WP 28591 of 2023.
Page?
Page 23, annexure B. 23, annexure B, my lords.
23, annexure.
Yes. My lords, this complaint is dated 8/10/2023, my lords. That the date of the complaint may be relevant to know the sequence which they mention in the complaint. My lords, 6th line in the complaint, my lords. Could I just read, my lords? When I start reading, my lords would have completed reading the whole complaint, my lords. So, please notice, my lords, their whole problem appears to be on 15th June 2020. My phone stopped working. My husband asked me to use his old iPhone till I got my phone repaired. Then comes his problem, my lords. She says what all she found in that phone. My lords would notice that portion. And then, my lords, on that basis, on the next page, 4th line, my husband, even after several reminders, did not give my investment and other important documents and belongings back. My husband threatened me on several occasions that he is very resourceful. Then, my lords, therefore, I request you to consider the criminal activities done by my husband and his friends, which involves various kinds of several criminal activities which need to be thoroughly investigated, and necessary action should be taken against my husband and his accomplice for causing serious mental harassment, mental and physical torture, harassment to my children, misappropriation of my investment, funds and financial resources, not giving me documents, asking for action to be taken. This is how the FIR for 498A 506 gets registered. Now, the relevant important documents in this sequence is, my lords.
No, don't tell me. Charge sheet is also filed?
My lords, page 25 only, if my lords notices the legal notice which came from them. Page 25, annexure C. 5/10/2020, my lords. When the settlement talks were all failing, my lords, at that point of time. And in which, my lords, paragraph 10, there's reference to certain WhatsApp conversations. My lords would get it, paragraph 10 at page 28. Then after putting in all those, my lords, paragraph 11, again WhatsApp conversations with another friend, my lords. And paragraph 12, the third set. So similar, all this so-called, what they would have obtained in the phone is what is there in this legal notice on 5/10/2020. And then in the legal notice, my lords, what is sought for may be noticed, my lords, at page 44, paragraph 20. What she's got in the phone conversation, but my lords, ultimately we'll have to see.
These were the messages in the
Message.
phone?
Ultimately, my lords may have to see, my lords, in the context of cruelty by a husband or relatives of the husband. That context. My lords may kindly now notice page 44. What is it that they sought in 2020, my lords? Paragraph 20. In the light of the above, my client has instructed me to communicate in no uncertain terms that the marriage between my client and you has irretrievably broken down and there is no scope for reconsideration of the same. Paragraph 23, my lords, it would be advisable for you to terminate the marriage between and my client through divorce by mutual consent. My lords would get that at page 45. And right in the bottom at 45, that's the...
These were all found in the phone.
What was found in the phone? 2020 is what they say, my lords.
No, found in the phone later in 2023.
No,
2020. Now notice, my lords, the second notice, my lords should get at page 47, 15/3/2022. in which, my lords, at page 52 is what is it that they have sought in this notice, page 52, paragraph 13. They threaten, my lords, in case you don't give the remedy, then we will initiate criminal action against you. Page 52, paragraph 13 only. Then, my lords, settlement talks. During the settlement talks, exchange of settlement deed, my lords. The settlement deed, my lords, is at page 59, July 2023.
No, if these messages are true or found in the phone, which one will stay with you?
Not staying. That's fine, my lords. For my lords, could it amount to a case of cruelty, my lords? Now, point will be that,
Yes,
my lords,
that we'll see.
my lords, what
That
happens?
is for divorce proceedings. Yes, it does amount to cruelty.
But for the
But then for
purpose of
498A,
498A, my lords, kindly notice after that the settlement. Post that they've got it, notices are exchanged, they want a divorce. Kindly notice page 59, settlement agreement, which was exchanged between the parties. Page 59 only, my lords.
All right.
July 2023.
All right.
And what was at that time, my lords, under the settlement agreement, my lords, in the recital page 60, kindly notice 4 crores 72 lakhs, page 60 only, my lords.
All right.
Then
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು?
children, after this, my lords, after this comes another notice, my lords, at page 75, the third legal notice, 75. And this is sent to my friends, my lords. And they demand, my lords, please notice page 80, paragraph 19. Now, this notice would be sent to my friends. Paragraph 19, this is what they would say, my lords. They have to pay damages and compensation of 2 crores. Then, as I mentioned, my lords, these proceedings that have commenced between the parties, my lords, the various proceedings, including the complaint which I gave against her. The complaint that I gave against her, my lords would get. The FIR is at page 82, my lords, 420, 406, 403, 109, 384 and 34. The relevant complaint in that, my lords would get at page 86, my lords. The whole complaint. Now, this is what is stated, and what 498A is what is stated in my petition, my lords. Now, my lords, even according to the whole sequence of event, my lords, 2007 marriage, 2020 she would leave the house, and these proceedings that are going on, 2023 would be this complaint which is given. Now, compare this with, my lords, what has happened in Achint Gupta's case, my lords. A similar complaint, I'll point out, my lords, in that a similar complaint, my lords, because, my lords, in Achint Gupta's also, they would say, my lords, it's a case of illegal relationship.
Looking at this,
Yes.
prima facie, it is both of you are wanting to wash dirty linen and nothing else.
May I submit mine? If my
Well,
friend
let
has
him
finished.
finish.
My lords,
Achint Gupta,
I will
yes.
just now, I pointed out the complaint, my lords. Please now notice, my lords, the judgment in Achint Gupta's.
That
I
I've
will
seen.
want to
It
point
was,
out the
it was the
complaint.
allegation of live-in relationship
My lords,
that would not amount to
alcoholic,
cruelty.
live-in relationship, cruelty in the form of assault,
Yes.
and mental harassment. These were the same aspects, my
Yes,
lords, which
yes.
we had there.
Yes.
And what the court noticed there is, when the marriage took place, the children,
Achint
child out
Gupta
of
I've
the
seen,
marriage,
so don't
and
worry.
when the complaint came to be given, and then, my lords, the court analyzes that and says, my lords, in such a case, it will not be 498A. They fall back on Preeti Gupta, my lords, and says,
Yes, sir.
lords has seen that, but just that relevant paragraph to show the similarity with the present
This is
case.
Pardiwala's judgment.
Out, absolutely.
2024 SSC online is 759.
Absolutely, my lords. The relevant paragraph in the analysis, if it is seen, my lords, the relevant paragraph, they would notice how 498A is misused. And then they would say,
Para 83 suggestions are given.
in Preeti
for the
Gupta's case
no,
first,
that is there.
and then
In this
reiterate.
para 83,
How?
where they suggest changes,
They say, even though it was suggested earlier, under the new enactment,
it is not being done.
it still stands the same. We are reiterating it. We are requesting the legislature to look into it, because this
No,
is what.
there is one protection now. Magistrate cannot take cognizance without issuing notice.
Yes,
Section 233 of BNSS, sir. Subsection 1 of section 233 of BNSS.
Is, my lords, now
He is
when-
searching. I am
now-
telling you, subsection 1 of section 233.
My lord, sworn statement comes
Yes.
post taking cognizance.
Hmm.
Sworn statement comes post taking cognizance. Then you take sworn statement, issuance of process. Now, what they have done is, for the purpose of taking cognizance, you should give an opportunity.
That's what I'm
So
telling.
it is
A
pre-cognizance.
pre-cognizance natural justice is created.
Yeah,
It is for the first time.
and we are going to go back rather than saying
Unheard-
speedy justice. Now, any complaint
Unheard in
given,
the-
all that the magistrate has to do is, I'm ordering notice. In every, they can't do anything else. Notice.
That's all.
After they come, hear them. I'm now satisfied. I'm taking
I
cognizance.
have granted an interim order interpreting 233 of BNSS saying sworn statement ತಗೊಳ್ಳೆ straight away notice issue ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ for appearance of the accused. Complaint sworn statement notice
notice.
to the accused pre-cognizance.
I was under the
223
impression-
not 233.
223.
Yes, yes.
Anyway, my lords, I'll
That 2333 mistake. 223.
223. 233 will be
No,
210.
it's all right. 223. correct.
And then check my. My lords, so in my
Subsection 1 of
respectful
section
submission,
223.
my lords,
Yes.
my respectful submission, so far as 498A is
That
concerned,
we'll see.
my respectful submission
Yes.
on this.